Hi, everyone. This is your host, Dr. Schaefer of Talks with Dr. Schaefer. This week on Talks with Dr. Schaefer, we're going to do things a little bit differently. I have a very special surprise for you. You may know that I have another podcast called I Love This Book with Dr. Schaefer, and that I am an author as well as a children's literature publisher. I am passionate about spreading literary love. And today I wanted to introduce my storytellers and my Talks with Dr. Schaefer community to I Love This Book with Dr. Schaefer so that you can hear the amazing stories of authors, their wonderful books, and the good that they are doing in the world, spreading the love of books and learning. I'm so excited to share the podcast with you. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss future episodes. It's time to meet today's guest, Cari Hitchcock. All right, storytellers, let's get into it. What adventures and mischief has the real life baby brown bear gotten into since he came into your world and has been traveling everywhere with you?
He found himself on the baggage claim belt, coming around on the baggage claim. And I'm like, baby brown bear, what are you doing? He's just a mischief maker. Exactly.
Welcome to another episode of I Love This Book with Dr. Schaefer. I'm so excited to have you here today with us on this journey of sharing books that we love. This episode would more aptly be named I Love These Books because we are diving into the series of stories, The Adventures of Baby Brown Bear, a collection of books about a fun, sometimes mischievous, baby brown bear who loves to explore and who takes us along with him and his friends, Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo, as they explore countries around the world from Australia, the Philippines, Mexico, and New York City here in the States. My family and I love to travel, but it isn't always possible. And that's one of the things I love about The Adventures of Baby Brown Bear. They let you travel from the comfort of your favorite reading spot and to share the journey with someone you love, all without packing a bag. Here to share with us more about Baby Brown Bear and their adventures is author Cari Hitchcock. Cari Hitchcock is not only the author of the beloved children's book series, The Adventures of Baby Brown Bear, she is also the mother of 3 and a world traveler with a love for promoting reading. Each book in The Adventures of Baby Brown Bear takes you on a tour of an exciting destination to learn about local culture, famous places to visit, and, of course, music. We get to tag along with Baby Brown Bear, Cari, and her husband, Russell, who's the lead singer of the beloved band Airsupply. Cari and Russell star as Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo and are always there to help Baby Brown Bear no matter what he gets himself into, and he gets himself into quite a bit. Baby Brown Bear has taken us to Australia, the Philippines, New York City, and Mexico, and I hear there are many more travel plans for Baby Brown Bear, Cari, and Russell planned for the near future. Cari, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure.
I have been looking forward to talking to you about your series because it's so inspiring and it's just so sweet. And it really makes me excited about visiting new places. We've been to New York City. We love it. We haven't been to the Philippines. We haven't been to Australia. And yet you give us so many places that we want to see there. What inspired you to create the Baby Brown Bear series and to share these adventures with us?
As a mom of 3, like you said, I've always loved reading to my kids. My kids were brought up on books, whether it be travel books or picture books. That has always been instilled in me. And then I get married to Russell and we travel the world. And when we went to a casino in Northern California, we walked into the hotel room and there was this little baby brown bear sitting on the bed. And I'm like, that's kind of cute. So ever since then, he's become our traveling companion and he goes with us everywhere we go. I thought with traveling and with this, mom book thing, what better way to introduce kids to the world, to places they may not ever go, introduce them to cultures, to famous landmarks, to a bear that is a little mischievous but always goes back home and finds the love and support of his parents.
I love it. And I imagine, Baby Brown Bear, I can guess why you named him Baby Brown Bear. Your character goes by Pookie Boo, and your husband's character goes by Mr. Kazoo in the series, which is so fun. How did you decide what to name your characters?
Um, that's actually my real nickname from Russell. So he calls me Pookie Boo. And then I wanted something that rhymed with that and musical because of his affiliation with music. And so I just thought of a kazoo and called it
I
Mr.
love it.
Kazoo.
It's fun. It's portable for traveling. It
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
I can think of other instruments that wouldn't work as well, like Mr. Trumpet, Mr. Guitar. It just doesn't
Yeah,
have
that
the
doesn't
same ring
rhyme with
to it.
Pookie Boo either. So
There you
in a
go.
rhyme.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that. Did you always want to be an author?
It was never on my mind ever. I have been a writer before. I used to be a lead singer in a band, and I wrote my own songs. So I've always had the writing, creativity kind of thing in me, but I never thought I would write a book, let alone a children's book. So when the idea popped in my head, I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Did you feel that after that time period between writing for your band and then, as you've mentioned before, raising kids and all the things that you were doing and traveling so much, did it feel like you unleashed something that had been kind of put into a room for a little bit when you started writing again?
Yeah, it was kind of eye-opening. I'm like, oh gosh, because when I ended my band until I started writing for Baby Brown Bear, it was probably about 15, 20 years. So there was a lot of time in there that, I didn't write. Well, I kind of did because I did like journaling, but that's not writing anything. So yeah, there was a lot of time in between there that I really didn't do anything. And so when this idea popped into my head, I was like, okay, I still kind of have that writing gift, I guess you would call.
You do. You absolutely do. And I'm so glad that you're sharing it with us. Who was your favorite children's author growing up?
I loved Judy Bloom.
Hmm.
She, I mean, being a girl, she focused on the girl population, I guess. But yeah, her books were fun. Loved reading them all the time.
I'm curious to know now from your perspective as being a kidlit author, once you join this community, it's such a fun community to be a part of and getting to know authors. For myself, I had such a renewed respect and I was really in awe in everything that is condensed into children's books. They're not simple stories, and they often are so layered in what is trying to be communicated to an audience, and often with the understanding that your audience is crossing generations, many generations. Did you have this similar experience when you came into this world as an author for this amazing community that we're a part of?
Well, yeah, you talk about generations, and it's funny because I sell the books at the merch booth at the shows, and I have people coming up to me saying, "Oh, I'm buying this for my grandkids, I'm buying this for my niece." But I also have, 50, 60-year-old women and men come up to me and say, "I'm buying this for myself." So the generational thing is really there, and it's cool.
Absolutely. I love that. And I would love, we've talked about this in our discussion today. I just love that we're at this amazing rock show and that there's a children's book, that there's a place to buy children's books and stuffies. And I just think that should be the new normal. I think you're really starting something. I love it.
I'm trying to get the word out there, obviously, because when they come up to the merch booth, there's all air supply merch. There's guitars, there's memorabilia, there's books, there's CDs, there's records, there's t-shirts, there's jackets, and it's all air supply. And then you see, you know, children's books, and it's kind of like, why is there children's books at an air supply show? So I've had to create like a little banner that kind of explains. So when they're in line, they can read that it's actually about a baby brown bear traveling with air supply on the road. And then once they get up, they're like, oh, yeah, oh, that's kind of cool. And then if they have kids, or grandkids, whatever, they're more apt to buy it.
and you're inspiring kids not only to travel, but also to listen to music, maybe even start playing a musical instrument, which is so important because right now kids, we want them to read because we want them not to be just, watching stories, which can be wonderful, but also engaging with the story, reading it and writing their own stories. But we also want them to be a part of things like making and playing music. And so again, I think what a beautiful creative amalgam you've made.
Do you remember, I'm not sure if you remember, but when I was a kid, we used to have music class and we would bang the triangle and bang the jingle bells and, hit the drum. And I don't think they have that anymore. I mean, it's been a while since my kids were in school, so I don't know, but that was such a great learning about music, about different instruments, that kind of stuff. So, you know, books can do that as well.
One of the thing that I've noticed following you online on social media and your journey is it really reminds me of our family approach to work. We also have a family business and we love
Yeah.
to do things together. We love to
Yeah.
create together and travel together. And it allows us to do way more things than we could if we weren't doing that. And I
Right.
see you as a family doing all of these amazing things, but doing them as a family. What are some of your most favorite memories from something that sometimes was probably wild and difficult
Yeah.
with little kids to navigate? But what were the gifts that you got from that lifestyle?
Well, I was married for 23 years and I was a stay-at-home mom. So between, you know, karate and football and cheerleading and soccer and, all the school activities, everything, I was just blessed enough to be able to stay at home and be able to be the room mom or be on the, PTA or do all that kind of stuff with them. So I think that was the biggest blessing that I had, being able to stay home and actually raise my kids.
Other than brown bear, do you and your family have any animals?
My daughter has a cat. It's a black cat. His name is Omen, and he is of the devil. He is a pain in the butt. He doesn't like me, and I'm not a cat fan either.
It's mutual.
Yeah, like I'll give him treats, I'll pet him, I'll try to pick him up, and he has nothing to do with me. I'm like, you are not nice. But he'll cling to my daughter. He'll let Russell pet him. Yeah, that's all right. The
I think,
feeling's mutual.
the feeling's mutual. It's mutual, which kind of makes it sting a little less.
Right.
Um, But, it makes me think about, when we're kids, it's acceptable to have a baby brown bear and take that around with us. And as we get
Yeah.
older, the world doesn't necessarily accept that as much. And I think animals often serve that amazing,
Right.
calming force in our life. It sounds like maybe not Omen, who was aptly named. Did you name him
Yes.
before or after you knew his character?
She named him before, which he fits perfectly.
But I love, that's one of the things I love about the book series is also this normalization of, Pookie Bear and Mr.
Yeah.
Kazoo they're bringing baby brown bear along. Baby brown bear is a stuffy. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I can tell you when we travel as a family, half of our luggage is full of stuffed animals at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when Russell and I travel, it's just him and I. So we carry around, little baby brown bear. That's him.
He's
um,
beautiful and his t-shirt is so stylish.
well, it's funny because we got him from a casino in Northern California. And we went into the hotel room, and he was sitting right there on the bed. And I'm like, oh, he's so cute. And ever since then, he's been our traveling companion, going to everywhere we go. Russell stuffs him in his backpack, and I just take pictures here and there of him wherever we're at, and that's what inspires the books. Australia, Philippines, Mexico, New York, which is my favorite, and I've actually written 5 other ones that will be coming. I'm not sure when, but yeah, his little T-shirt I just got because it underneath it says the name of the casino, but I just wrote Air Supply, you know, and I'm actually selling the baby brown bears on my website, and he comes with, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like baby brown bear, but it's a white T-shirt.
Oh my gosh. And are those also, did you hand create the t-shirts for the ones on your website?
Yes. So I hand
That's special.
create all of these T-shirts, and it's just, it's just fun.
That's amazing. My daughter is a young author, and she has 3 books, the 4th coming out this year. And if
Yeah.
she was here, unfortunately, she's in school, so she
Right.
can't be here for this chat. But if she was here, she'd be grilling you for questions about how to merch because she wants so desperately to make stuffy characters. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when you're an author of kid lit, that's next level when you have not only your books at events that you're
Yeah.
selling, but you have your character stuffies. So how did that feel when you were able to bring Baby Brown Bear off of the pages? And how have people responded to being able to get their own Baby Brown Bear to travel with?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I always knew that I wanted to create a merch line. I do the merch for my husband's band. So the creativity is kind of in there for merchandise. And I'm like, what better thing, merchandise than to have a real baby brown bear. So I searched the web and found some and thought I want to replicate it as best as I can to look like baby brown bear, which it's just a little bigger. But the T-shirt and the handwritten air's play on it, it just, you know, and the fans are going crazy over him. I can't keep them in stock,
I love it.
which
And it
is a great
makes
problem to
sense.
have.
Exactly. And it makes sense because I was watching some of the clips, the newer clips that Air Supply has,
Yeah,
and some of the more classic clips, and thinking how with such a long and amazing career that Air Supply has had, that it's beyond just going to see your favorite artist's new hit that they just
right,
came out a year ago, right? And you're just excited. It's different because you're not just there for Air Supply, you're there for a piece of your history of your youth, right? That
right.
you're revisiting. And so I think
Yeah,
actually the kid lit, you wouldn't necessarily put the things together, children's literature and rock band. But when you really step back and take a look at the whole picture, which I think, you saw that vision just with your creativity and as an author, it actually fits
it fits
so
so
perfectly.
perfectly, and there is no one else out there doing that, which is awesome. I created something that is not duplicated or replicated by someone else. Um, and uh, it's just fun.
Well, I
It's a
love it.
blast.
I can't tell. We just went on a Disney trip,
To Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World, because
Okay.
we're in northern Michigan. So we could go either
Okay.
way, but we
Right.
were doing Key West.
Okay.
Um, and
We're
so,
actually playing Epcot this
oh
weekend.
my goodness, have so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
fun. Oh, I
So
wish the
missed it by
timing
that
was
much.
different. I know. I wish the timing was different. We just got back from the trip. That would have been amazing. What a great place to play. But it made me actually think about our adventures. One, we had so many stuffies. So I was like, yeah, we basically have our own version of Baby Brown Bear going everywhere with us.
Yeah.
But one thing that's interesting about Baby Brown Bear is, he gets into a lot of mischief.
He does.
And I can say, as a mom with kids who love to bring their stuffies along, that actually happens in real life. Your stuffies
Yeah.
will get into mischief. I can recall we just went to Florida, and my daughter brought up, she's 12 now, she brought up the time when she was maybe 3 or 4 when she left her beloved hedgehog on the
Gosh.
airplane. It was on the tarmac in Key West. And this was back when the Key West airport was even smaller than it is now, when it was just itty
Right.
bitty. And luckily, in that circumstance, they actually went back on the plane and got us the hedgehog, which I don't know if you could make that happen today with all of the regulations.
Right.
But that is a stressful experience for a stuffy mom, as my
Mm-hmm.
daughter considers herself to be to this day, many, many years later. What adventures and mischief has the real life Baby Brown Bear gotten into since he came into your world and has been traveling everywhere with you?
Well, he likes the airport. Um, One time in, I think it was South America, he found himself on the baggage claim belt coming around on the baggage claim. And I'm like, Baby Brown Bear, what are you doing? So he likes the airport. He likes the shops in the airport and the stuffed animals that are there and meeting new friends there. So there's like a bunch of stuffed animals and he gets right in the middle of them and talks to them and has a good time, plays. What else? I don't know. He's just a mischief maker. He's funny.
He is. He gets into a lot of mischief, but thankfully he has Pookie Boo and he has Mr. Kazoo
Yes.
to support him when he comes home, is rescued from his adventures in whatever part of the world he's in. What a confident bear. I would have to say too that, Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo must be really instilling a lot of confidence
Yeah.
into Baby
Yeah.
Brown Bear, that Baby Brown Bear can just go out and have these adventures and without any fear.
He's very yeah, he's very confident. he, he just when Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo are tired, he's like, I'm ready to go. I want to go see what this country's all about.
Grateful that he takes us along with him. That really is so much fun to see the adventures. And as you mentioned, it's a great way to, if you're going on a vacation with your young one and they maybe don't know about a city yet, to go get a quick overview of some of the interesting sites. I love in your New York one, a little spoiler. Don't hate me, but I love that, there's an aerial view of the city and we get to see it from that perspective, thanks
Yeah.
to a feathered friend that
Yes.
Baby Brown Bear meets. And so you never know what to expect with Baby Brown Bear, but it's going to be something fun and we're going to learn along the way and be inspired to do so. So it's
Well,
such a fun series.
yeah, the thing is that I wanted, to get across to kids that no matter if you get in trouble, if you get lost, whatever happens, you can always return home to the love, to the family that you have. So that's why when he gets into mischief, he comes back to Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo, and they are just, we love you, all that kind of stuff.
I did notice that as a mom and as a neurologist. I thought, wow, what a great thing to do, because I think it's really easy when our nervous systems as parents are amped up to kind of meet our kids with their anxiety. It can be really challenging, but what a gift for the future, for their development, to say, okay, we made a mistake. Mistakes happen. Yes, we can move on. Exactly. We still love you. And could you bring us along next time, Baby Brown Bear? I love that you bring us along with Baby Brown Bear and Pookie Boo and Mr. Kazoo on the adventures. I'm curious, since you do travel so often, I'm sure you have some travel tips. What are some of the things that you do when you're coming into a new city? Do you have a way to kind of cut to the things that will be the most interesting and unique for that area?
When we travel, we don't get a lot of time, unfortunately, to sightsee or go to visit places. But when we do, on the occasion that we do, I usually just research Google. What are the top attractions in the city, in the country, and then if it's not too far from the hotel, then I like to go. Um, we just went to. We were just in Mexico, and we got to see a bunch of cathedrals and things like that. So it was kind of cool to just explore and do that around there.
What are your favorite cities to travel to?
Sydney, Australia, of course, because that's where it all began with Russell. And if that hadn't had happened, then I would have never met him. So yeah, Sydney. We have family in Melbourne, Australia. Love Buenos Aires. The people there are just so beautiful and very friendly and lovable. And I mean, everybody is, but they're just over the top. California, of course. That's where I'm from. We live Humphreys down in San Diego. It's a quaint little place on the harbor, outdoors. Love outdoor shows. So yeah, a couple of those.
How do you choose what city or country you want to feature in the next Baby Brown Bear book?
I did Australia first because, of course, that's where Russell's from. I did Philippines second because that is Air Supply's biggest fan base. The people there think that they're Elvis, think that they're the Beatles. It's just so like awe-inspiring to see how much love that they get from the Filipino people. So that's why I did the second book. Mexico, I just love the colors there. I love the culture. I love Mexican food. I did that one. New York, I did because they're celebrating their 50th year this year. And they played at Carnegie Hall in New York. So Carnegie's in there. And that one is actually my most favorite one so far. The next one that's coming out will be Paris. Just a little spoiler right there. And I have some others written as well.
Oh, that's so exciting. We love Paris. We love New York. I would say my favorite book is Visiting New York City. So I totally agree with that. I love it. And I love, as I said, I don't want to give away the book, but I love the special new friend that we meet in that book. And I love, there's some repetition when it comes to the authorship part. There's some repetition that came in that I thought was really fun, talking about this new friend and their glasses. And I loved how it repeated. And I found it actually interesting because I think, again, coming back to the themes of forgiveness from the parents or the friends of baby brown bear in the book, that once the mischief has occurred, but once we're back home with our people that make us feel safe, we don't have to be afraid of their response. We know that they'll love us and support us. And there are themes in the books as well of this kind of positive repetition of, okay, I'm in a new space, but I also have these things that keep me grounded and make me feel safe that I can come back to and touch upon. And I think that's important to give kids also that information that even when you're in a new place, right? Like you can find safety, you can find things to touch upon that make you feel, give you that courage, then keep exploring, but kids safely with your parents, not like baby brown bear does.
Yeah, exactly. That's fun.
A lot of listeners have a story in their heart, but maybe feel nervous about sharing it or don't know where to begin. Do you, as an author, have any advice for people about starting their own author journey?
Don't be afraid. Life is too short to be in fear of what others are going to think, what others are going to say. It's your life. You do what makes you happy.
Beautiful advice. I'm so grateful to have the books that give such a positive message and also just give us an opportunity to bring books into conversations about travel and things like that with our children. But I know you're very grounded also in the music world and the entertainment world. So I wanted to ask you, what's coming next? Can we hope for something, for example, like a Baby Brown Bear theme song?
Yeah, actually, that's in the works. Um, when I first dreamt of this or created this whole Baby Brown Bear thing, I always wanted it to have a goal of becoming an animation, a cartoon, like, Dora the Explorer or Oswald or things like that. And so that's in the works. It's in process. I'm excited for it. The new songs are coming, and I really can't say a lot more.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, that's a big scoop. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Now, what is your favorite Air Supply song? I have to ask you that when we're on the topic of music.
Okay, so my favorite one that they do live at the shows is Lost in Love, but my favorite one of all time is Faith and Love. And it's just a beautiful song. It kind of resonates with me.
I love that. And I hope so people who are listening now, tell us your favorite songs. Tell us your favorite places to visit, where you'd want to see Baby Brown Bear go with Pookie Bear and Mr. Kazoo, and see if it aligns, right? We know we're going to Paris soon, so that's really exciting, and hopefully many, many other amazing places.
A lot of people, you know, from Brazil or from Japan or all over the world saying, can you do one for my country? Can you do one for my city? And I love that. It's fun. I can't keep up with all the requests, but hopefully with this animation series, we'll get there.
And that can open you up. And then it's going to be chicken or egg, right? What do we do first? Do we do the episode, then the book? Do we do the book, then the episode? That's going to be an interesting, as it's taking on a new form, which is the beautiful thing about creativity. We don't have to put ourselves into boxes. We can see where the story takes us. And I'm so grateful that you took us along on this story with you and that you were able to share it with us today. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and the Kidlit world is amazing and love it. And I just want to say thank you.
We have all 4 of the books. We actually got ebooks. I prefer the hard copies, but we got ebooks because we were actually traveling. And so
Okay.
it made a lot of sense for us to get the ebooks and have those. But I want to get my hands on the hard copies as well. And also get our own Baby Brown Bear. So we'll go. What website should we go to order those?
It's theadventuresofbabybrownbear.com. And it has a little store link in there, and you can buy, the whole set plus Baby Brown Bear or individual items. And we have stickers, we have the plushies. We're coming out with maps. We're coming out with coloring pages, all that fun stuff.
I love the coloring page because that's a great thing to have before you go travel, especially if you are going on the airplane with your little one and you're trying to keep them off of that screen.
Right.
Or honestly, more and more, there either is no screen or it doesn't work.
Exactly.
You get on there and you think, oh no, we didn't bring anything. Well, having some coloring sheets and a book and a stuffy is a great way to engage.
What cool way. Especially if they're going to like Australia, Philippines, or Mexico, or New York. What better way to have their own Baby Brown Bear after they read the story and go to New York and say, look at my Baby Brown Bear's here, and, color a Baby Brown Bear coloring page about New York while they're going to New York. It just all fits together.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been so beautiful. And I'm also so grateful to our audience that's here because they love books as much as we do. They are out there promoting literature, not only for adults like us, but for kids. And we're both so passionate about making sure that kids have access to reading. We know the rates have been going down, but we also know that recent years bookstores have been getting a big boom in sales, in foot traffic. So we are here for it. And we are out here promoting books we love to try to encourage literacy and help kids get access to these stories. And also, as we said before, travel, even if at this point in their life, they can't get on an airplane, they can read a great book like your series. So thank you so much for the work you're doing. It's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I love these books and we love you. Thank you so much for being here with us. I know that these would be a fun addition to every family's bookcase. And we want to know, what books do you love? Let us know, and it may just end up on the show. Make sure to share this book review of The Adventures of Baby Brown Bear in New York City by Cari Hitchcock and the other amazing books in the series with someone who loves books. Keep reading, friends, and share the book love. See you next time on I Love This Book with Dr. Schaefer.